Hello, anybody who is here. Maybe nobody. Maybe I'm talking to myself. It's very possible. But yeah, I hope you're all doing well this evening. I have a really nice cinnamon and orange and honey tea. I'm gonna drink that because my throat is a bit sore tonight. Something has been going around in our family, just sore throats and coughs. It looks like I'm the latest victim, but not to worry, it's nothing serious. Just got a sore throat. And my wife had one just 2 days ago, and she's all better now, so should be short-lived. But we got the nice honey tea just to keep us going. Tonight we're going to be looking at a Laravel site, and we're going to be looking at creating a contact form for the church that I'm doing a website for. Now, this contact form should be pretty simple. We just want the ability to. Yeah, we're doing all right, man. Nice to see ya. How are you guys doing? I know there's been a lot of cases of stuff around you guys. I don't know if Brunei is unaffected. I know in Malaysia things have been not great for a few months now. I hope you're doing all right. But yeah, so we're going to. I had a chat with a gentleman. Brunei got hit. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Oh, that sucks. Well, I hope that you and your family are staying safe. I know I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 family members back in the States. No. Two of my 2 families that are related to me back in the States the whole family has kind of caught this stuff. One of them is in the ICU at the moment, but she seems to be recovering. Last I heard, they were able to. Anyway, she's improving. It was scary for a bit, but she seems to be improving now. So that's good. But tonight we're gonna look at Laravel. We're gonna look at some form fields. I had a chat with a gentleman from Sydney this last week, and he was asking me about my Laravel knowledge, and the thing that I was really poor at was anything to do with the database stuff. And I know it didn't come out in my chat with him, but I do have a general idea of how to do it. But it's not something I do every day at work, so it's something I need to get better at because I want to be a very proficient full stack developer, and that is going to mean interacting with the database and validating things and all of that kind of stuff. So we're going to work on a very simple contact form tonight just so that I can get some practice inputting, retrieving data. If we get the form finished, because I don't actually remember how far through the form I got the last time I looked at this website, but if we're almost there, if I get finished with the form field, we will start working on the back end where we're supposed to be able to retrieve and view that data. So that's kind of what we're going to be working on tonight. So hopefully you'll find some of that interesting. Maybe you won't. No. But it's Thursday, and that means stream day, so I'm gonna work on this. It might be a short stream since I'm kind of feeling a little not great, but we'll do what we can. So thank you for keeping me company. You'll keep me going when I feel like stopping. So thank you for that. All right, let's go to our code editor. All right, so before I get into the Laravel stuff, I'll show you something that really had me stumped here today, or actually for the last day or so. I've never used React, let alone used Next.js, and I've made just a simple little blog site. And let's see, I think they have a versioning system with the provider that I'm using. So let me see if I can show you. what the issue was that I was running into. I want to show any of my... I think I can. Okay, yeah. So this is my personal blog site that I've got deployed now. And I was having this issue where I was going to my blog page, I was seeing all my previous blog posts, and that was all good. But whenever I would click on more to go to that particular blog, I was having an error. And you can see, unfortunately, it's not actually going to... here we go. Yeah, so I was getting all these JSON errors, 500 errors, 500, 500, 500. I was totally confused because I'm not getting any 500 errors in my local, and I wasn't getting any, everything was working locally as it should. And I even was doing a local build, which I've got to figure out where Next.js puts that build, because I couldn't see any folder where it was actually putting that deployment. But anyway, I was building it to make sure there were no build errors and no issues. But whenever I tried to go to the site, it just nothing. So like one of these links should have been learning. So it should have been /learning. Go to that particular blog post. Great. And this is what I would get. I would get 500, 500, 500, and eventually I would get this error, application error. Client-side exception has occurred. See browser console for more information. This is not that useful to me. A bunch of 500 errors, just, it wasn't helping me. I couldn't figure out what it was. Finally, what it was was that locally, I'll show you what I had. Apparently, when you're doing these paths like this, like when you're going to a slug that you're generating, then you have to have this get static paths, because I'm building this Next.js site as a static website, and so you need this get static paths. Well, I was just passing it a post because I thought this was just a fallback. That's all I thought this was. I thought this was just a fallback. And so the only thing here was this return to this fallback path. It turns out that is not the case. That's not the only function it serves. You actually have to feed it all of the static paths that you could possibly have. And so that meant that I needed to... Oh man, I went too far back. Can I go forward? It won't let me go forward. That's unfortunate. Well, I'll just close it and don't save it. And I'll just reopen it. So what I had to do was I had to actually go get all of the links to posts that are going to be the different paths. I had to loop over that and feed that into the parameters. Once I did that, that error message went away. Everything is fine and dandy. But man, if that didn't just really get me for several hours. So anyway, that's what I was kind of playing with today. And I'm getting so much time to play with stuff because I'm currently on school holidays, so that's been really nice. All right, let's go to our view or our Laravel site where we're going to do this tonight. Let's use this one. All right. And I think this might even be the form field. Yep, here's the form that I'm playing with. And this is a Livewire component, so there should be a corresponding backend. There we go. Okay. Oh, it looks like we already done all this work. So, yeah, I think we're already putting this into the database and everything. Let's see if that's the case. First thing I need to do, though, is get my server running. Okay, it looks like my containers are running. So I need to get into the PHP FDM container. I'll bring this over to the side so you can see what I'm doing. I'm getting into the PHP. I can't see anything. So we've logged into the PHP FPM container, and we're going to go to EDCOC Livewire, and let's see. Oh man, I'm a little fuzzy tonight. So we're going to go ahead and get this up and running. So yarn watch pull, just for any JavaScript that we might have. We don't have a lot of JavaScript here because we're using Livewire, so most of this refreshes without Webpack, but there are parts of it that don't. Okay. ABCOC test. All right, and it looks like we don't have the latest code here, so let's go ahead and pull that down. The last thing I did on this site was I made this banner image full screen. Cool. So whenever you come here, you get this full screen banner, which either you like it or you don't. So here's the contact form that we worked on last time, and it looks like we're taking this information. I think we're actually inserting it into the database. So let's take a look. Let's just go ahead and try it. We'll say our name is John Doe1 at email.com. Here is my message. Please respond. And we'll submit that. Are we submitting it? Do we have submit form? And when it does that, it should insert something into the database. But I'm not getting any feedback, so let's just see. Root DB. EDCOC contact select data. Yep. Okay. So it's submitting it. We submitted it 3 times, so we see we have a little bit of work here to do. We need to when we submit the form, we need to give the user some sort of feedback that lets them know that they submitted something, and we probably ought to just go ahead and clear the form once it's submitted, or we could redirect them. Should we redirect them to the home page? No, I don't think so. I think we should just pop up a message that says, thank you for submitting this form. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, looks fine. How's everybody doing tonight? Everybody doing well? So after we insert, let's go ahead and clear everything. So we'll say name cleared. This email, nothing. Playing with Rust. Cool. Okay, so you're playing with Rust, but what are you actually doing? Like, what does playing with Rust look like? cool. So it at least clears getting your feet wet for a project. Okay, but how are you preparing for that? Like what is how do you play with Rust? Like what kind of things are you doing? Are you just like figuring out how you can take input and give output, or is this for a web project? Is this for a app? Is it what are you? All right, so we're clearing those fields. That's kind of nice. That sort of starts to get you a feeling that things are happening. But we need to pop up an alert. I know Laravel has a bunch of default alerts. So Laravel dots alerts. Running a small, quick programs. You'll be building a web back end in it. You said web back, but I assume it's web back end in it. Interesting. So it'll interface with a database or something like that? Is that what it will do? And what is the reasoning for using Rust to do that instead of just PHP or C# or really anything else? Something new to learn. Okay, that's fair enough. In Laravel, each notification is represented by a single class that is typically stored in the app notification directory. Don't worry if you don't see this directory in your application. It will be created for you when you run the make notification artisan command. Okay, so let's do that. We need our terminal. And we need to get into the PHP FPM container. It's a different type of notification you're looking at. I kind of wondered that. Does Laravel have a built-in alert? Oh, I bet it's a broadcast. When using pusher channels, you must enable the client events. A WebSocket notification. Okay. All right. Thank you for that. Using pusher channels. Pusher channels, really? This was something that you were using on one of your, while you were implementing a version of Pusher for an app you were working on before. Interesting. So to broadcast client events, you may use Echo's whisper method. Yeah, I thought you did. The entire specification. That is quite a feat. You wouldn't have had any trouble answering the very simple questions that I was being asked the other day that I failed to answer well. That's okay. I'll get there. Where's this supposed to go? I feel like... Is this in the blade? Is echo something I need to import? Echo, have it. I'm looking for front end alert. Oh, it's not in Laravel by default. Okay, thank you. All right, so I need to implement some sort of an alert message myself. Okay, we can do that. In our website that we've got for the school, we were just using Bootstrap alerts. Yeah, this is what we were using. Bootstrap alert flash messages. That's exactly what we were doing. Yeah, that's exactly what we did. All right, so I need to make an alert component. I need to include it in this page and then trigger it with my function. All right, we can do that. So let's make an alert component. cd coc php artisan livewire make alert component. Actually, let's make this a on success. No, we want a general alert component. We'll just call it an alert. All right, let's include this one. Alert. What is it? It's been too long since I've done this. It's Livewire alert? Something like that. Can't remember the exact syntax. Yeah. That should be it. Let's open that bad boy up. And we'll just say, I am an alert. Just so we can see something. There we go. Cool. And let's see if there are any like examples on Tailwind. Oh, they do have one. What is this? Oh, this is a Netlify app. But you know what? That looks nice. I like it. And I bet it'll work. Do I like that one the best? Yeah, I think I do. Okay. Go ahead and just slap that in there. Okay, we don't have any colors. Yep, because these are not in our tailwind config. We have blue, white, gray, black. That is not a lot to work with. We need some alert colors. So we need yellow, we need red, we need green. And there's the actual documentation I was looking for. So color. And we took gray. Let's go ahead and take red. Yeah. Red. Red. Colors. Red. And yellow. Colors. Yellow. And we need a green. So green. Colors. Green. Alright, now our... that should have a color. No? Really? Maybe I hadn't finished recompiling. Oh. It does not like that. So let's see. Border red. Maybe it just wants a number instead of... yeah. There we go. Why is this X in such an awkward spot? I'm not sure I even want that X at the moment, so... cool. That's getting there. Except for our alert, we don't want red. We want... we're gonna need to make this... we need to make it so we can change this. Green. Green. 900. Okay. And we need to say thus your message has been sent and will be read shortly. Cool. It's exactly the kind of thing we want, except I want to pop this up on the screen instead of putting it right there in the middle. So does Tailwind have any defaults for like modals or alerts? We just make this an alert? Let's go see how Tailwind UI does it. Tailwind UI. They probably have one. Alert. There we go. Let's go ahead and look at... oh, they don't have any... they're not going to have any previews for us. They're going to want us to pay money. I don't want to pay money. Sorry, guys. Alright, let's look up. What is a modal? I'm used to using Bootstrap. Made me lazy. Is that all we need to do? We just need to class it as a modal. Ah, there's the styling. Cool. Does Tailwind have a default modal? modal. Nope, nothing. Well, I guess we'll just have to implement it ourselves. We can do that. So, what's theirs look like? Okay, theirs looks like a bootstrap modal. Is that how we want to alert them though? No, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Tell you what we need to do. We need to add this alert to the top of the page. Let's get it placed where we want it. So not there. We want it more globally available to us. So let's put it in the layout. Below the nav. That would be a good place. See what it looks like there. Yeah, that's more like it. That's more like it. And let's give ourselves some padding top. No, some margin top. 4. And we'll give it some margin on the sides too. There we go. Yeah, that's exactly what we want right there. So now we need a way to trigger this on and off. And that I'm sure we can do using 5-wire. We need the docs. Laravel 5-wire docs. We got loading states. That's not really what I want. I want to see the equivalent of a VF statement. Like, is there a wire if? If. Rendering components. I bet that's where it is. Render. I guess, oh, you probably use the blade functionality for that. Yeah. I'm just being silly. If show true, else nothing. That should take away this entirely. What is that? It doesn't like. What does that look like? Laravel docs. Blade. If. At if. Else if. Else. End if. I have the end if. And if. There we go. Use of undefined oh, yeah, my bad. Not in JavaScript right now. And show is not defined. Where's my alert component? Alert. Let's see. Click over here because I like to keep my components on one side and then my template on the other side. A little weird like that. So we need a public. Oh, it needs to be here. Public show, and by default, it's gonna be false. There we go. All right, now we just need to be able to set that as true, and then it'll toggle our alert on and off. I'll tell you what, I really like learning new things a lot. Learning new things is the best, but over the past, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks, all I've been doing is learning new things. I've jumped around to, what all have I jumped around on? I was doing one task for one company that was just a plain PHP task. No JavaScript whatsoever. It was just vanilla PHP, which I've not written any vanilla PHP in, well, not since I took like a PHP course back in 2017 or something like that. So that was a challenge. Then after that, I have done some, what was the next thing I went to? I started to look at Python, which I still want to go do some Python sometime because Flask looks really interesting. And for my basic needs when setting up like a really simple website, I feel like that would have to be super fast to get going, would just to be install Flask and then install Vue and then be done and dusted. So I've been looking at that. This last week I've looked a lot at Next.js, and as part of the Next.js installation I went with TypeScript, and like I've done some TypeScript, but I don't interact with it often enough for it to be second nature yet, and so that's been difficult. I'm just flip-flopping between all these different frameworks and all these different languages, and oh yeah, that's it. I went on a stint of I'm gonna learn .NET, so that was fun too. All these things are fun, but there's definitely something to be said for sticking to a single framework and you just do that. And it doesn't matter what you're working on, but you just use that framework because there's so much muscle memory and just you just get so used to it. You stop thinking about the language and how to do things, and you think about what you're wanting to accomplish. And I've been jumping around so much lately that I feel like it's really hindering my productivity. So I think I need to stop that for a bit and just stick to the things I know. I don't know. Anybody else ever feel like that? Or are you just experimenting is always good? Like right now, because I'm doing this in Livewire, I'm now going to need to send something from my contact form to the alert to let it know that whether to show or not. But I need to send that from the back end because there's no front end. Well, that doesn't matter, but now I've got to remember how to send something in PHP over to that spot. If I had just done this website in Inertia instead of Livewire, I would know how to do this like immediately. because I work with Vue every day. But because I chose to do this in Livewire, I get to struggle a little bit here. I know I've done this though recently with something, so yeah, here we go. It's somewhere in here. Where's it in show sermons? Yep, here we go. A protected listener. Oh yeah, I know I can do that here. I know that. It's that I needed to go look up how do I send data back and forth on the back end here, because I don't use Livewire in any of my other projects. So I had to go remember, oh yeah, I set up a protected listener, and I think it's in the search. There we go. There's my syntax. You emit it, you have a listener, and that's how you do it. But if I decided, hey, I'm never going to use any other frameworks, I'm just going to make Laravel Livewire sites and apps, then I wouldn't have to go looking for this, because I would remember it like that just immediately. Whereas I just don't remember that. So this emit success alert. And we're just gonna emit true. So now my alert needs to be able to take that. So it needs a protected, what was that called? There's specific wording I need here. Listeners. I think I call it success with a $sign or success with a, is it a string? A string, and it becomes a function. Success alert, and we're gonna call trigger alert, trigger success alert. Like the guy that I was taught, for instance, I'm kind of bringing that up because the guy I was talking to this last week, their company, they only make Laravel sites. That's it, period. That's the only stack that they work in. And it's fairly impressive what all they've been able to accomplish. And that's because, honestly, in Laravel, you can do anything you want. You've got the full front end stack there. If you want to use Vue, use Vue. If you want to use React, use React. If you, whatever, Svelte, it doesn't matter. They've got a full feature-rich backend as well. Anything you can think of that you want to do, you could implement it with Laravel, if it's a web app of any sort. And if that's all you did, that's the only stack you worked with, man, you could be really proficient in that. The same with if you said you worked with a MERN stack or a mean stack or whatever stack you want to work with. If you only did that stack, you'd think that you'd get pretty quick. Show. All right, let's see. Oh, we're missing a bracket or something somewhere. Where did it say we're missing that? Contact blade. Oops, didn't close it. I don't actually need to pass anything here. Cool. First name cannot be null. Oh, that's a pretty ugly error that I've given myself there. Jabram at email.com. Boogity. Boogity. So we called trigger success alert not found on component alert. Oh, did I name it wrong? Yep, I did. Trigger success alert. Jabra Lincoln email message here. Submit. Boom. So now we just need to have some sort of a timer that after 3 seconds this goes away. How do you do a timer in PHP? How do you set a timeout? Delay on sleep. Sleep. That's all I want. That's all I want. Thank you. So sleep. 5. Bob at email.com. Yeah. Oh, that didn't work. Once you can see it in the browser, it has left the PHP environment. Yeah, but Yes, but in this case, it's Livewire, so it's still sort of in the PHP environment. I don't think that's still. I don't think that's waiting. That and email. Oh. Submit that. We trigger that, and then after 5 seconds, we want to set that to false again. Yeah, we could do it like that. Kind of ugly, but let's see if it works. I don't want a while loop though. PHP loops. There's a certain loop that I like in PHP. It's sort of like a while loop. The do while loop maybe that I'm thinking. Do while. we can use this one. So while that number is less than that, we keep incrementing. And then we can say if I is 5,000, and we're gonna this equals false. I don't want to echo anything. I like together. 2, 3, 4, 5. Why? To me, that seems like it should work. So we trigger the success, and then it should set this to true before it does anything else. How did we not even DD just now? We need to refresh. Did I not refresh.com? Yo. That's so dumb. I just been working in JavaScript too much. Better me at memail.com. Hi there, people. Commit. What? Nope. 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 How about this? Nope. This. Oh. Equals true. Can I get a what? Okay. Wire click equals set show false. I wanna in this at email. Hi. So we set it true. If we click the X, it'll set it to, you know, can't meme do.com. Go. Oh. There we go. Right, 0. Yep, that's exactly what we want. Up 0 8 0. Trigger the alert. I'm triggered. Submit. And go away. Okay, that's cool and all, but what we really want is we really want it to transition and then be done. And we actually want to reset the value as well. If we put sleep here, does it actually work? Do I sleep when called? 1, 2. Yep. Sleep. 2. Set. This. Set. I don't even want to do that. This show equals false. That's what I want it to do. Hey, how you at doing.com. How you doing? 2. Show. Nope. Guess I can't do that. I really thought I'd be able to do that. I can't move. Let us be peace. No, nope, it doesn't like that. Okay. All right, I'm gonna BRB, and then we'll tackle this from the front end. You're right, Jabal. Was wrong. Well, I'll be right back.
I can hear you when my sounds free. I'm running out of karma. I don't think that I'll make it any longer. But with you by my side, I feel stronger than I've ever been before. Ever been before. Ever been before. I'm
I've been on that love drunk prohibition, but thinking that you might be my new addiction. You think I let 2020 kind of you, 'cause we can quarantine just me and you. I've been on that. Been a while since I've seen my face, smiling at the thought of a warm embrace. Looking for a friend that I can't replace. You might be the one, so I'm gonna say I've been on that love drunk prohibition, but thinking that you might be my new addiction. You can call it 2020 kind of you, 'cause we can quarantine just me and you. Cause we can quarantine just me and you. Find myself in another space, counting the days till I see your face. On my own, those feelings now erased. I'll say it one more time, just in case. I've been on that love drunk prohibition, but thinking that you might be my new addiction. You can call it 2020 kind of you, 'cause we can quarantine just me and you. Cause we can quarantine just me and you.
I live 17 floors up, and when it rains, I can feel those drops in my window pane. Lets me know that I'm still here. But when the sun comes out, I will go outside. When it breaks through clouds, I will give a smile. Lets me know that I'm still here. Sometimes I want to run away, run away, to find good times again, to find all my old friends.
Times, I said good times, find my friends again. I said I wanna have good times, good times, find my friends again. And good times, I said good times, find my friends
can see the city through my watered eyes, lets me know that I'm still here. When my eyes clear up, I will go outside. I'll imagine you're still by my side, lets me know that I'm still here. Sometimes I want to run away, to find good times again, to find all my old friends. Run away, to the nearest place where I'll find all my old friends.
Times, I said good times, find my friends again. I said I wanna have good times, good times, find my friends again. And good times, I said good times, find my friends again. I said I wanna have good times, good times, find my friends again. And times, I said good times, find my friends again. I said I wanna have good times, good times, find my friends again. And good times, I said good times, find my friends again. I said I wanna have good times, good times, find my friends again. And
I always do that. My bad. Thank you. I've just been working on this event, so I'm now using this dispatch browser. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to dispatch an event a browser event from the back end to the front end when I trigger the success alert. When that happens in JavaScript, I'm planning to wait a couple of seconds and then emit. Well, I'm hoping to just be able to change this value directly from JavaScript somehow. So I'm kind of reading the documentation to see how I can do that. I think that I can pass this value, like x data equals show or something like that. Oh man. I pass it like that. Console log. Do I get show? No. I don't think I will. I think I have to pass it down and this is probably not gonna work. Nope. No, I didn't think so. Yep, show is not defined. I didn't think so. But even if it was, it would be more like that. This also isn't gonna work. No. I need to pass it down in here. So how do we do that here? We did on emit. We pass the what we believe data. Alpine.data. I don't think that's what I want to do in this case. I feel like that would be overdoing it. How do I emit back into the PHP from here? That's what I really want to know. Laravel Livewire, emit from JavaScript to PHP. That's from the template. Ah, there we go. There we go. That's what I want. I think. I think what I want to do is alert toggle, alert toggle. Alert toggle. The opposite of this show. Live wire emit alert toggle. If this works, I'm gonna be stoked. Refresh this. I think this may work. Please submit. It worked. I mean, obviously it worked too fast, but that worked. That's exactly what we want to do. So we just need to set timeout. JavaScript set timeout. Function all right. Toggle at 2000. So then we just need a function.
This out on my own. Without the council. And without you.
Toggle event. And we're just going to do this in there after 2 seconds. Let's see if that works. Oh, yeah.
This isn't about you.
I have not used SyncThing. I use the proprietary version of it called, I was even called Resilio Sync. I've liked it except for because it's not as easily available on Linux. I have to, well, I don't know. It depends what you call easily. I have to set it up as a Docker container on Linux and then work it that way. Whereas SyncThing definitely would be easier. For all frijoles at beans. Show me the money. 1, 2. Yeah! We did it. We did it, guys. The only thing that I don't like is because it's a div, it pushes everything down. I really just want it to float, so let's remove this so that it doesn't trigger off, and then we'll someone at place.uk, somebody stop me. No! Did I not refresh? Please don't leave me.com. Please. Alright, now So what are you setting up sync thing for? I thought you used ah what's that other like Dropbox, more like Dropbox. Um Goodness, why can't I think of the name of that project? Open source Dropbox alternative. Nextcloud. I thought you used Nextcloud. That's what I need. I don't want it a modal, but I do want to like hover. CSS div float above. Really? Do I just give it a position? Let's try all these things. Close. Just trying something new, or is there a reason for the use of sync thing separate from Nextcloud? Oh, fixed is great. Okay, let's try that.
When I was younger, I could fall asleep at
Up,
night,
girl.
dreaming of cotton candy clouds
Good.
and
Oh,
jars of fireflies. No, I like the way the
Why isn't margin working? I feel like MX8 should work. I forgot to set width to full. Width. Full. Does not like that. This does not like margin for some reason. I really want it to have a little bit of margin though. I guess it doesn't have to be full width either. What if it was like 50% maybe? They don't use 50%. I think they use at like fractions. Can we do MX auto? Justify center? No. ML auto? Let's try that. ML auto. Let's say put a width full. Say width half. Now we'll say 3/4. Trigger the event. ML auto does not work. Margin. Left auto. Nope. Margin. Auto. Align self center. No. Align content center. No. Justify self center. Yep. What do I gotta do to put you in the middle there? Because I've got a fixed position in it. In it. Okay. So I could put this inside of a div that has those properties. Okay. I don't need to do this. Okay, so this div will be fixed to the top. But then inside of here, make another div. And this one will be relative. Class relative mx. So let's see if what that does. What does that do here? We didn't move what I wanted to move. Yeah, we'd just be moving the content. That's not what we want to do. So let's go back to this being, what was it before? I think this was relative. And we'll get rid of the top 0. Then we'll wrap this one. Class fixed top. Where will you be this time? Oh, yep, that's a little bit better. And we'll just say this one is full width. There. That's exactly what we want. That's exactly what we want. Let's see how it looks on mobile. Yep. That is exactly what we want. Perfect. Say width full. All right, cool. So we've got our alerts. That took way longer than I expected. Show false not found on component. Oh, yeah, I changed the name of that method. Alert toggle. All right, we can uncomment that. So now we refresh the page. We say this is going to work.com. This is definitely going to work. So when it pops up, boom, 1, 2 goes away. I think that could be a little longer. Let's leave it up for 3 seconds. Is 3 the best at timeout? Is it? Your message has been sent and will be read. No, go for 5 seconds because people need to be able to read that. Can you speed read at read.com? Can you speed read? Submit. Message has been sent and will be read shortly. Cool. Yep. I think that will work. We'll make it a little bit longer. We'll make it 8 seconds. I know that's going to seem a little long, but some people read slow. So let's just account for that and give them a little more time. Cool. So we got a pop-up that lets you know that we submitted it. All right. So that works, and it actually hits the back end, because if we look at our, this is going to be crazy now. Refresh. Yep. We clicked that box 48 times. Okay. Now, what do we want to do next? We want to validate it. So when we, where's our contact form? So when we submit that, we need to do just a little bit of validation. Is that happening? Is the email address being validated? Nope. Nope, it is not. Is it actually an email? It's a varchar. Yeah, of course. Okay. So we need to validate that email. All right, so we get a date, we get a timestamp, we do the insert. So if, say, is valid equals false, is so only if this is valid are we going to do this. Otherwise we're not. So now PHP has a validator. A really nice, easy one. But I bet Laravel has a nicer one. Validate. After validating incoming requests, you may want to retrieve the incoming request data that is actually no, I still want to validate it. is this a global variable? Do I not need to import? It's provided by the request object. Okay. So I need that. Request. Valid. Come on. Give me. Is that it? Or is it the facade that I want? Maybe Livewire has validation as well. Sometimes it's useful to validate a form field as the user types into it. Cool. Alright, I can set rules for the different things. Cool. Yep. Yep. Well, let's try that. That looks awesome. Okay, we do have a name. We want it to be required, but there's no need for a minimum. And email is required, and it has an email. And then content required. Required. And what was the okay? Min 3. Do we want to set a minimum? Do we want people to say hi? Say 2. All right. So we have protected rules. So when it's updated, let's see. To validate input, we use Livewire's updated hook. This validate only property name. Okay. Let's grab this. Just see if it does something. Refresh. Hi. Wow. And hint. Let's do it for all of them now. That's where it stops validating? Huh. Hey, thanks, man. All right, so that's a little bit of front-end validation. Just kind of nice. Wait, did that actually send? That shouldn't have actually put anything into the database. Good. No, it didn't. So, how do I say... How do I... Can we call that? Execution doesn't reach here if validation fails. Oh, so we can just call this validate. Oh. I don't need to do that. So it'll just stop, like as if we ran DD or something. Validate. Let's make it do something. Let's grab this. Ah. If success, else if danger, and if else. So we'll have this same div, but this time it's gonna be red. Red. Oops. Something bad happened. Okay. And whenever, so if it fails validation, does this have, so can we, so does it have like a callback or something? Yeah, execution doesn't reach there, but what if I want to do something after it? If validation, there we go. You can also add a custom message. Here's to the error bag. What? What is an error path? So if validation fails, a standard validation exception is thrown and caught by Livewire, and the standard errors object is available inside the component's view. Because of this, any existing code you have, likely a blade include for validating the rest of your application, will apply here as well. Okay. So that means there should be an error message in my does that mean if I just do errors, that won't? Right. Okay. So then I can say if errors and if, then I want to say send that we do this in JavaScript. We're in the front end, we might as well. No. If errors and if at PHP this what can we say? Alert error equals true. Will that happen here? Where's my emit? Where's my PHP emit events? Yep, that's what I want. That's what I want to do. I want to emit from the component. So if this works the way I think, do I have to do this with the PHP thing? Emit error alert. Then, oh, do we not have any? We don't have any detected listeners. Error alert. We'll then call. What do we call the other one? I'll just say send emit error alert. Public function emit error alert. See, once you get into the flow of it, like I really like PHP and I like Livewire, but you gotta get in the flow. It takes a bit. Emit error alert. Wait, I don't want to do this here. How's your Rust work going? Is it going well? You've been playing with Rust for a while off and on, so I'm assuming you're enjoying it at least. Moment of truth here. So if we have an error, we should get an error alert. No, we don't. Okay. No, we don't. Now I need to step away for a second. I've got a message I need to return on my phone. Be right back.
Music is powerful, man. It speaks to a primal pit in our brains. It makes anyone want to get up and get their knees going. Gotta get them pumping, pumping, pumping. Boom, 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 boom.
Okay, back again. I didn't forget to turn my mic back on this time. Okay, we did not get our error alert like I was really hoping we would. So let's see. On the contact form, if there's an error, I've asked it to emit error alert. And on the alerts, we are taking error alert. It's supposed to trigger error alert. Let's see if we're getting there. I am triggered. Yep. Okay, we're getting there. That's good. And we should be setting show to true. So DD this show. It's gonna work our way through this until we find where our mistake is. Yep, okay. So we're setting show to true. Ah, there's our mistake. This error equals true. We're not triggering the error. Oops, something bad happened. Cool. That's exactly what we wanted. And then let's go ahead and fix this as well. So alert toggle. That should have made that go away. So what's wrong with our toggle? We set this show to not this show. Let's make this more simple. Because we'll just say false. I don't know if that, I think that not operator should work. 1002, 1000, 3, 1000, 4, 1000, 5, 1000, 6, 1000, 7, 1000, 8, 1000 should be gone. We got the error. There's a Let's get rid of this for now until we can figure that out. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000, 6 1000, 7 1000, 8 1000 disappear. It's not disappearing. Oh, because we're listening for success. Derp. All right, so let's just do the same thing again. Except this time, listening for, is it called error alert? No, error triggered. Error triggered. Okay. Fresh. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000, 6 1000, 7 1000, 8 1000. That is too long. Let's try that again. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000. That's much better. Okay. The only thing I don't like how that success button is getting pushed. So let's give it some spice. Say grid. I kind of like that actually. Yep, I kind of like that. I think that's not quite right though. Now that's getting triggered. I don't want that to be triggered like that. I only want that to be triggered on submit.
Listen as your day unfolds, challenge what the future holds. Try and keep your head up to the sky. Lovers, they may cause you tears. Go ahead, release your fears. Stand up and be counted, don't be ashamed to cry. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wise. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be
An old
strong.
song.
You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay the
This reminds me of being a kid in the 90s.
tough, you gotta be strong, you gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know, love is safe, guys. You gotta be, you gotta be, you gotta be, you gotta be, you gotta be strong. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be soft, you gotta be strong, right? You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know, love is safe,
Okay. Validate. So if validate, PD, we pass. We didn't pass. Oh, it didn't DD. Yeah, it just stops there. Okay, there has to be a way to do this. Sure that people do this. So, validate is a function. It accepts rules. It also accepts an array of messages and attributes. And it returns an array. Really? So how do I use that returned value? Validate? Oh, can't use it that way. How do you get the values out of it? I know that errors gets thrown here. I just don't necessarily want to pop up that warning every time. I guess I do. I guess that's the right thing to do. But no, see, this on submit is fine. I don't want to be doing it all the time when it's validating these form fields. That's when I don't want to do it. This is what's wrong. See, my issue is once it gets to here, it stops, right? I don't want it to stop. I want it to I want it to let me do one more thing. I want it to let me call a function if it fails its validation. Okay, that's one way we could do it. What if there are no errors? So we got a name. Got we got a name. Got an email. Message. Hit submit. And yep, there's no error. But if we refresh, oh come on. What did we do wrong? Should be getting more than that. No, we don't. This is not validating everything. Okay, let's try something. Public function is valid. This validate. What does it return? No, this just means, okay, this is valid. So we call that, and then after that, we DD our errors.
Show me the one whose safety deems such destruction.
Let's let that out for now. Do we really not get there?
This is the way.
To really stop it right there? Ah! This is it's driving me mad. Oh man, this is really doing my head in. So the problem is we're using this function, right? Validate, and when it gets to validate, it stops running. Which I get that. The problem is I want to pop up the little error. Let me save that so that it doesn't go away. Save. Okay, refresh. I want this little pop-up to happen on submit. I do not want it to happen every single time something doesn't look right. Yeah, don't want to do that. I mean, I guess I could create a test validation. Seems like a silly way to go about it, though. I could just stop doing the real-time validation. That would fix that. I mean, the real-time validation is kind of nice, though, but we just comment that out. And we go ahead and add back in this alert. All right, and we hit submit. We get the oops error, but we don't get any of the real-time validation, which is lame. I don't know how to get around this. Okay, I know this seems crazy, but this is the only way I can think to do it. So basically, submit is going to be false. And if it passes the validation, we change it to true. We submit our data and we clean our contact form. We emit success and then we change submit back to false. Right? So this is going to be if errors and submit is false. Then we trigger that. Yeah, let's give that a go. Nope, we're still. Oh, submit is false all the time. Oh my goodness. This is really bugging me. I'm not wrapping my head around this right. Maybe there's a submit that will allow me to wait. Okay, what's the difference between click and submit? And what does submit prevent? No, I'm just not seeing what I want.
Turn off the lights and let me feel you. I don't wanna think about myself right now. Stay out all night because I want to. Wake up in the morning and I'm hollowed out. I drew the outline on the paper, now I'm running out of space. Family at the dinner table, but I don't have
This is really making me frustrated.
where will we go? Why am I afraid to be alone? Sinking petals, looking for the bottom. Where will we go?
Why aren't there any messages there? Because it hasn't validated yet. Oh. No error messages because it hasn't validated. Oh man. I'm sure this is super boring for anybody watching right at the moment. This is just me trying to figure out how to bypass this thing. Can I call it updated? Does validate only also stop anything else from running? Let's see, this update only. No, updated. No, that's doesn't work. I know that I'm just thinking about this wrong somehow. Because I can't be the only one who wants to do things this way. Okay. Let's see what we get in the front end. At if errors and if refresh commit. That's empty at the start. Heyo, Dr. Dave. How you doing? You doing well this evening? Ah, some 3D printing. Fun. Well, that is cool. That's very cool. Oh, you're using your mobile. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is probably not a great viewing on mobile since you probably can't see anything that's happening on screen. You're using your glasses, yeah. Definitely necessary. Yeah, I'm just trying to work on some validation for this forum, and it's doing my head in a little bit. A little bit. Yeah, yeah. It was fun until I got stuck on this, and now I just can't think of how this needs to work. My issue is once you call the validator, it just stops and does not go forward even one iota. But what I need it to do is if the validation passes, then, keep going. But if it does not pass the validation, then I want it to emit an alert. Or, well, I want it to emit a value up to the DOM where the alert will take care of it from there. For the life of me, can't figure out how to do that. Is the validation running too late? Well, so what it is that I've got some automatic validation happening whenever I type. So here, let me try. Oh, did I lose my internet? No. Okay, it's just YouTube's preview. So here's what's going on, right? These forms are validated as they're typed into, right? So that's all good. I like that. But the submit button then validates everything. It validates all the fields. And that's the only time that I want to pop up an alert. But the problem is whenever the individual fields are also validated, they throw error messages. And since I'm using the error messages to trigger the emit, then every time an individual field fails validation, it triggers the alert. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how to make it not do that. I don't want to get rid. I can just get rid of the validation that happens when fields are being updated. I kind of, well, I like that real-time validation. I think that's cool. I might just have to give up on the alert. It may just be what it is. Front end only validation. That's not a bad idea. But at least well, I'm using Livewire, and so all the validation is actually happening on the back end, not happening on the front end. To do that, I would need to get front end validation package. Yeah, because yeah, Alpine does not have that. Yeah, maybe I should, but I probably won't. Hmm. Wonder if I could use the session flash. No, no, I can't. Good night, Dr. Dave. Have a good one. Alright, I am giving up on this error message alert. They get little error messages under everything. That's just going to have to do for now. I don't want to be popping up something in their face every 5 seconds while they're trying to type something in. That would be annoying. I already think it's kind of annoying that like this one pops up until it's complete. Kind of annoying. Maybe I just don't validate. It's probably better, hey. It's not gonna validate it on update. If errors, or I think it's error, yeah. If error, none of those. And if PHP this emit error alert. Okay, so when you submit, oops, something went bad.
You never forget kids like Emily or Ian,
Why is that still updating? That shouldn't be doing that.
but they forget you.
No. Oops.
Jesse, I didn't know.
Just call.
Oh man, it's so from then on it's going to do that. Oh, that is frustrating. Alright, I guess we just can't have nice things. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. It's getting late. I'm very frustrated with my progress tonight, but what can you do? All you can do is pick it up the next day and keep going with it. I mean, the validation's working, I just don't like the way it's being displayed. I probably should not have spent the last 2 hours getting angry with the way that the error messages are being displayed. But that's what happens when you're more front-end inclined. You care about stupid things like that. Give these a little bit of margin. Let them breathe a little bit. Nope, that didn't do anything. this. That one didn't. Ugh. All right. Well, we've got basic error messaging happening. It's red. This doesn't pop up an alert, and that's gonna bug me until I figure out how to fix it. But for now, we're just gonna leave it. Just gonna leave it. And we'll go ahead and commit these things. So we added additional colors. We created an alert. Created alert component. What else do we do? Added validation to our contact form. Validation to contact form. That does not need to be committed. Added alert component to layout. Okay, I'll go ahead and push that. All right, so we've updated everything. So we accomplished a couple of things tonight. We did not accomplish nearly what I wanted to, and I did not play with the back-end SQL like I really wanted to. But hey, we were sick, and we still got some things done. So we'll go ahead and count it as a win anyway. I hope you have a good evening. Thank you for hanging out. I will talk to you next time.